The Centurion debacle has brought forth an end to a miserable 2023 for the Indian cricket team. Miserable? They were winning bilateral series consistently. But the three major goals that you had set out for, winning the WTC final, did not happen. Winning the World Cup final, did not happen. Conquering the final frontier when it came to test matches in South Africa, that didn't happen. So, the entire debate, the frustration had to be taken out on social media somewhere, and fans started to trend, sack Rohit, get back Virat Kohli, the test captain. Can't use any of the tweets in this video because 99% of them were downright offensive and it was really in poor light. Now, sack Rohit, bring back Virat Kohli. How justified is this from the Indian cricket standpoint view? Because everybody was stating that Virat Kohli was a very aggressive captain, proactive captain. Rohit Sharma in Centurion just did not look like he was mentally switched on. He waited for things to happen and that is why his bowlers lost the plot. The batsmen also just did not fire. The same old problem, left-handers, debutants, first test in a Sena country, all of them combined, and it produced an ultimate nightmare of epic proportions for the Indian cricket team. Now, Virat Kohli as a test captain was proactive. Now, Rohit Sharma, there are certain facts which you cannot overcome in this. Okay. Now, many people will accuse most of the journalists who do this, oh, you are a PR agency for Virat Kohli, oh, you are a paid journalist by Rohit Sharma. Facts are never paid, facts are never PR. You can just go through history, you can just check out common sense searching. How Rohit and Virat, whether the trend of sack Rohit and bring back Virat Kohli is justified or not. Because everybody is frustrated that you couldn't win in Centurion, and because of that now India cannot win a test series in South Africa for the next 3 to 4 years at least. With this golden generation, we don't know whether Rohit and Virat will be back in South Africa for a test match. They may be back for white ball, but whether they'll play a test match, that remains to be seen. So, why is this trend not justified in many ways? You have to understand Virat Kohli's backstory. Kohli decided to relinquish the T20I captaincy. He decided to relinquish the test captaincy on his own accord, no pressure. On record, what it is, Kohli gave a press conference stating that I am quitting the test captaincy after losing a series in South Africa. Now, the only place where you can hold the selectors guilty and maybe of high-handedness and the chairman of selectors at that time was that Virat Kohli was asked to leave the ODI captaincy. Kohli has got fantastic numbers, no doubt about it. But are we jumping the gun and trying to say that Rohit Sharma shouldn't be the captain? This is a problem because Rohit just had scores of 5 and 0 in Centurion and he failed with the bat. But the staggering bit is this was Rohit's first test in the Sena country. It was his first test and he was trolled for a very poor record. As I had mentioned in the post-match yesterday, Rohit's got a great record in England, but he's got an awful record in South Africa, which is under 13. He's got a moderate record in Australia, but as far as New Zealand is concerned, he's not played much there. Come back Virat as captain trends, and because Virat Kohli's got a better record in the Sena countries. The last point, no one is ever going to dispute that. I think no Indian captain can ever come close to what Virat achieved as a captain in the Sena country. But there is a big disclaimer on that. Let's look at Kohli's record. Kohli has won a series in Australia. In 2018-19, he won it. 2020-2021, he lost the one test that he captained in Adelaide, then Ajinkya Rahane took over. First time Rohit captained in Sena. The other previous time he captained overseas was in the West Indies, where he won 1-0. Fine, winning in the West Indies now is not considered the high benchmark. But first time in Sena, that's a big problem. Virat at least captained for 7 years. Stopgap for 1 year, 15, he became the full-time captain. At least he captained. And Rohit has been captain for only 2 years, 2022 and 2023, when you look at test matches. At that time, This is the first time that he's staring at a potential series loss. Virat has had many series losses. Criticism justified for Rohit? Is the criticism justified? Because I'll tell you what. Centurion was the first time he captained. What happened? India lost by an innings. By the way, FYI, Kohli captained for the first time in Adelaide, 2014. What happened? India lost by 48 runs. What goes against Rohit Sharma is that he didn't contribute with the bat. There, Kohli had 200s, 115 and 141. India lost the test in brave circumstances in Adelaide. But here it was a meek surrender from the team, not just by an individual, by a team. Suddenly, and in his first full-time thing as captain, Virat Kohli lost in Galle, 2015, and that too in a chase of 176. You collapsed thanks to Rangana Herath. Then why wasn't the criticism sack Virat Kohli immediately and get MS Dhoni back trend that easily? This is the myopic problem of the Indian cricket fan. They do not recognize past, they do not recognize what has happened. It was a decision that Virat Kohli willingly took to leave the test captaincy. Rohit, if he wins in Newlands, he would have done what Virat Kohli could not do in South Africa, draw a series. Because if you look at Kohli's wins as captain only in the Sena countries, 3 wins in England, 2018 he won in Trent Bridge, he won in Oval and Lords in 2021. 2 wins in South Africa, he won in 2018 in Johannesburg, 2021 in Centurion. 2 wins in Australia, 2019, he won in Adelaide and he won in Melbourne. Then no wins in New Zealand. That's the problem. India did not win any of the tests in New Zealand in 2014 or in 2020. 2014 was MS Dhoni's captaincy, but 2020 straight 2-0, and it was a capitulation. You lost by 10 wickets and 8 wickets. So, second overseas tour for Rohit. It's just a second overseas tour, and already he's walking on such a fine margin that he has to be sacked by a fair populace of the Indian cricket fan. Thankfully, the BCCI and the team management does not listen to the Indian cricket fan. Otherwise, there would be anarchy at this point. Because you cannot question the captaincy credentials of Virat Kohli. Yes, one of the all-time greatest captains we ever had. Proactive, yes. Winning tests, yes. Record, fantastic. But for Rohit, this is his first Sena tour as a captain. This is his second overseas tour. And we are not giving him that big a rope. We gave Kohli a 7-year rope. Rohit Sharma doesn't even deserve half of that. He got thrust into captaincy late, we understand. But the problem with Rohit Sharma is that he's already saddled with the WTC loss and he couldn't conquer the final frontier. By the way, even Virat couldn't conquer the final frontier. South Africa, he lost in Cape Town and he lost in Centurion, he won in Johannesburg. 2021, he sledged Dean Elgar and it backfired in a big way in Cape Town. And that is where South Africa proves to be the ultimate graveyard when it comes to India test captains. Ganguly never won it, Dravid never won it, Azharuddin never won it, Dhoni never won it. South Africa will remain your ultimate frontier for the next 4 years. So, unfortunately, it's just a 2-test series. Otherwise, if it was a 3-test series, India could have entertained hopes of a comeback. But with Cape Town and their record there, it doesn't give you much hope whatsoever. So, with this, one hopes that Rohit does get a slightly longer rope. If he fails entirely in 2024, then yes, by all means, please remove Rohit Sharma. If he fails comprehensively in 2024. But going back to Virat, that too after having relinquished it 3 years earlier, is it the right move? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.